Hello guys and welcome back to the Traitors, and we're on episode 7 of New Zealand season 1 and I'm super excited to get into this. In the last episode, Robbie, very sadly, was banished from the castle or the manor house or wherever they're staying currently, and I am very excited to find out who's going to get banished in this episode, whether the Traitors are going to get away with whatever devilish evil plan that they've come up with, and also to find out who has been murdered, because I have waited almost a week to find out. So, without much further ado, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Let's crack on, shall we?
We're all so pleased that we got another traitor. Her level of playing was chef's kiss, man.
Clearly not, because you all sussed her out very quickly. Although, and this is another thing that really annoyed me about the previous episode, was the fact that they made her a traitor and then it seemed like, oh, we were right all along. Nah, besties, you were only right because they literally just recruited her.
Feel something's a bit off with her. She's a bit slow coming forth, and I'm wondering if that's because she's hiding something.
I think that's an interesting point that she makes, but I feel like Vanda had such an emotional outpouring in like the second round table that like, she hasn't got the skill set to kind of fake that. It did feel real. So, yeah, I think I would be at this point like, Vanda's chill. Vanda's fine. I'm surprised no one's clocking on to Dan and Bruce. Not Bruce. What's his name? Starts with a B.
I think there's been a seduction overnight, so I'm keeping an eye on Juzzy.
I don't think there has been a seduction, has there? Wait, is that what the open door was? Like, what's his name Paul walking in and being like, hi, you could also seduce tonight. But then that doesn't account for the fact that there's a plate missing. Something strange is happening up in this here place.
He said it was like a, yeah, you got me.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he did say that. I know that.
But it might be a wink to say.
Yeah, like up to you now. Yeah, up to you now. Yeah.
Oh, Dan did his best to try and get out of that one, and they almost bought it, but fucking Colin came in and was like, oh, but maybe it could be a hee. No, it's up to you. Yeah, whatever, Colin. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Be a dumb faithful like the rest of them. Come on.
Dan leapt up of his seat, and I leapt up of my seat, and we hugged. And that felt genuine from Dan.
Okay.
Oh, Justine. He's a fucking poker player, bestie. He's a poker player. They are known for being incredible actors.
Any idea?
Oh, what the? Oh, wait.
Huh?
Whoa.
Has half the cast now got COVID? Is that what's happened here? We've taken out half the... Brooke! That's his name! Guys, we did it. I know we did it. Crazy. But... did half the cast just get COVID and now we've gone like, bye-bye. It's just these guys left now. What a shame.
One has been murdered. But which one?
Dylan. Dylan has been murdered.
That's scary. But also, I was a bit jealous. While I've been tied up before, I'd never ever been kidnapped.
Colin, we did not need to know that. We did not need to know that, bestie. At all. Under no circumstances did that information need to penetrate my brain.
We're upping the ante. Oh, I'm abducting 3 players.
I'm going to kidnap them personally. I'm going to be driving the van.
Right, do we throw one of us in there as the first question?
Definitely.
Okay, so throw me in there.
I mean, they decided that quite quickly. I feel like it's always smart to put at least one person in. Don't put more than one. Don't put both of you in there because it just looks hella sus. But I do think putting at least 1 in 4, that's a good chance at the end of the day.
The 2 people that really suspect that it's me are Anna and Julia. Brooke can spend the day trying to clear my name without making it too obvious.
This is a very dangerous plan, but I like it. I love it. Either Brooke is going to be like, oh, let's just throw some more extra flame on the flyer and just be like, oh, maybe it is Dan, and really get them whipped up so he's the only traitor left. Ha 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 ha. But no, I think you should keep Dan around a little bit longer. I feel like Dan's a good person to keep around at this point in the competition.
You're welcome to finish breakfast if you wish. But your time starts now.
I love how I would be like, nah guys, let me just eat my toast, or let me at least grab some food to go. Because I'm hungry. I've just walked in the room and I've just heard Paul prattle, tittle-tattle, chitter-chatter about how people are kidnapped and now you want me to go out and find them. What are you going to do? Give me a map of New Zealand and go on, find them.
I've got a hood over my head, a blindfold on, and I asked for this.
Why have they got blindfolds, bags over their heads? They're tied up Listen, they didn't actually need to kidnap them. They could have just shoved them in a room and been like, right, you've been kidnapped. No, they went the full throttle. They're just sat there like they're waiting for a hostage demander to come and be like, we need the ransom.
And chains wrapping.
Oh.
It's nerve-wracking.
Oh, so we know Dylan's dead. Okay. Sorry, I feel like we glazed over that far too quickly. They barely made a deal out of it. But Anna's here, Julia's here, obviously Brooke's here. So therefore, he must have been the one to go home. Smart pick, honestly. Very smart pick.
You've been kidnapped.
Ah! The first thing he says to them is, oh, didn't see you there. You've been kidnapped. Just in case the bag over your head and the blindfold and the fact that your hands were tied and the fact that you were led somewhere in the darkness. Now, if you weren't sure what was happening, you've been kidnapped.
Always good to have someone from law enforcement. 7369.
What is the fourth letter of Julia's middle name?
The budget really isn't budgeting, because what do you mean they've just printed it out on an A4 bit of paper, very, very haphazardly cut it up and just pinned it on the wall? What is this? The budget is not budgeting in this series.
She believes that Dan and Kings are traitors, and I think it's worth pursuing it because it does add up.
Dan and Kings are Julia's picks. She got one of them, which is actually impressive for a cop. Normally they're quite shit at this show. So I'm impressed with Julia. I think she's doing all right. The only problem is I think the rest of the teams think that maybe she might be a traitor. I don't know.
Okay, so 3 letters in Leo times by 3. That's 9. That's 9.
Quick math. Oh, this actually does sound like a really, really fun task. Do you know what? This one, yeah, I can kind of get behind. This one's quite entertaining. I would be entertained doing it. Maybe not watching it, but I'd definitely be entertained doing it.
Hi, Sam, it's Anna. We've been kidnapped.
No, really, Anna? We were just coming to go meet you at the local ice cream shop. You've been kidnapped. What? Nah, I didn't know that.
Before they had maps, before you had Apple Maps, I can tell you there's a letter and a number. G9, G9.
I remember it too.
When you used to look at maps, there used to be numbers and letters on the side. I don't know why I'm in New York or New Jersey, but I am. So we're here now. I don't know. New Zealand, New Jersey, potato.
Yeah.
And if they're saying BG, 99 BG. I think that's it, guys.
99 BG?
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, well done, Brooke. Well done. That's kind of impressive. I can't lie. I'm impressed. I can't lie.
I've had my eye on Dan all the time. Smiling assassin. He'd make a magnificent, brilliant traitor.
Colin's got to go. Colin's got to go. He's got to leave. He's going to get slaughtered. He's got to go. I can't have him on this show anymore. Bye-bye, Colin. Bye-bye.
Wait, sorry, am I getting distracted? Birdsall is there.
No, were we supposed to take that road?
I don't know.
But we're in the grid, right? We're in the box.
No, now we're going out of the box.
We're out of the box.
Yeah, we're going out. Yeah.
None of these fuckers can read a map. Why have we put the 2 people that can't read maps in charge of the maps? Oh my god. Oh, it's just tragic behaviour right here.
Go.
Talk about cutting it fine. Fucking hell.
$8,000 coming our way, and that takes the total over $35,000 in silver.
Very interesting that Dan once again has won and is heading to the armory to attempt to get another shield. But it's between 3 of them now. So surely he has to. He has to be able to get it, right? Surely. Okay, we're 22 minutes into this episode, and I feel like this should have been done way earlier. Like, way earlier. Like, so much earlier, because this is so unnecessary at the moment. Like, we're about to head into round table, and we're just finding out who's been murdered. But we've known who's been murdered the entire time, because we saw who was in the kidnapping place. And we knew who was at breakfast. So I feel like this whole thing could have just been sped up a little bit. We could have had this much earlier on.
Traitors, if you're watching this, I would have rather joined you than been murdered by you.
That's a cold, hard exit line. Yes, Dylan. Fan dabby dozy. Mwah. Love it.
Dylan to me was like our intelligence. He was like the most analytical in the whole game.
The music in the background is making it sound like he actually died in real life. And this is like some sort of like memorial for him. Oh my God. The power that this show has. The power is incredible.
Well, I mean, I don't have any reason to have not had her on my radar.
We got hit with the crocodile tears with Vanda on, was that day 1?
Ooh, they're bringing up the crocodile tears. I don't think they were crocodile tears. I think they were genuine. Like, I'm done. I'm done. I can't do anymore. Please. What can I do?
Tragedy and shock. We've got to discover why a traitor would pick Dylan.
Because he was fucking smart, that's why. Because he was starting to work out who it was. So maybe have a little think back. Who was he throwing names out about? That would be a good question to think about.
I feel so hot on Dan right now. You don't do that if you're a faithful.
Yeah.
You don't go...
Julia's got to go. She's got to go. She's got to go. Cut her out. Get rid of her. She's not okay. I'm not okay with this, Julia. Gotta go home. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my lovely. Bye-bye.
There's no real reason other than she cried one time.
It could be her. I mean, the only evidence we've got is that she cried once, so that instantly makes her the guilty party. Do you know what I mean? Like, instantly, that's the person that is guilty here. I feel like this is absolutely poor gameplay from these people. But do you know what? Let them be poor game players, because actually, who cares?
And for the first time, I actually pick up the shield.
That was very tricky editing from the editors. I did not appreciate that. I thought Justine got it, and then Dan got it. So this is where the traitors must go. Oh, someone clearly tried to kill me last night. Come on, you got to play that play. Come on, Dan. I know you can do it if you survive this round table. I know you have the brains.
This game is hard, and it hurts my brain.
Yeah.
Welcome to the traitors, Sam. Welcome to the traitors.
We're going to get rid of one of them, and we're going to get a sense of where they actually rank.
Brock's making an interesting play here. He's essentially saying, look, if you think it's all 3 of those, pile pressure on all 3 of them, see if any of them crack, and then if it is all 3 of them, we can work out in which order we should take them out. And then he's talking about splitting the vote. Interesting. This is very, very interesting, I have to say.
I know it's a bad reason that the people would make a great traitor, but Vanda, I'm just... because you are quite quiet and hard to read.
Quiet and hard to read, I think that's absolutely fair enough. I think, again, we need to get away from that. You would make a good traitor. Everybody could make a good traitor. Everybody has, like, aspects of their personality that would lend themselves to be a good traitor. So that is a really piss poor excuse. However, you're quiet and you find it hard to open up. Fair enough. I can see how that would make you think that she's a traitor. She does just seem too innocent, do you know what I mean?
I do put my head above the parapet a little bit, and I have made some calls, some of which I highly regret, like Philly.
Maybe don't bring up the fact that you got a faithful banished. Not exactly a ringing endorsement of you being a faithful, but I see where you're going, and I can see the idea and the intention behind it, but yeah, not ideal.
See, I see me as the unperfect person to seduce because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I just don't think I could carry it.
Again, it's not giving good defense, do you know what I mean? I mean, there's only so much you can do to convince people in this game. It's not that there's actual, like, hard evidence that you're going to be able to go, look, here's my contract, I'm a faithful. It's just one of those things that, like, I don't know. You kind of have to convince people with your words, and I just don't think that Vanda's a very convincing person. It's giving, like, wishy-washy, airy-fairy language, and it's just not going to run with me, do you know what I mean?
Did anyone see her wink at me yesterday?
I didn't see her wink at you. I saw her stare at you.
Dan, where you going with this? Where you going? No one noticed the wink. This is not going well for you, bro. This is not going well. You started out on the wrong foot. No, bro, bestie. Oh, God. Oh, this is all over for Dan. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Dan. You did your best. Well done. Good job. Bye-bye.
I thought it meant that she was telling me straight away that she was one, and she didn't feel bad that we had this pact.
She did that to take him down because he voted for her.
Curses, Robbie. I curse you. I'm joking, I don't. But, it is really unfortunate when shit like that happens. It's a reason why I got really pissed off with the end of season 1 of UK. Because Kieran was just like, I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a present. And then basically just like pointed the last traitor in the room out. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Can't be bothered. So, like, I feel like this is just a little bit of sportsmanship from Robbie. And it has kind of mucked up an otherwise perfect game by Dan. If he gets sent home because of this, I'm actually going to be fuming.
And I wonder when she did wink at you if that was like she did a Robbie.
I do wonder, like, how do you defend yourself against that? Because he's given his reason as to why he thinks that happened. Obviously, he knows that's not correct, but he's doing his best to try and convince them otherwise. And then Julia's like, oh, wow, this is how I read the situation. He's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I've told you what I feel. Like, that's how I read the situation. I'm sorry. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough, innit? It's tough. It's real tough.
There's 37,000 up there. There's another $30,000 over the next couple of days that are going to be in big challenges, and we want strong people in those missions.
You guys, vote for me, you'll be losing, a really strong player who's helping complete these missions.
I don't know if this is the best ploy. Is this the best plot? Is this the best plan? I don't know. I really don't. I don't know whether I would trust putting the idea and notion out there that, oh, I'm a strong person for missions, you should save me. It comes across as desperate and it comes across as guilty, in my opinion. If I'm sitting there and you're like, oh, but I'm good at the missions, we're working out whether you're a traitor or not whether you're good at missions or not, because, yeah, you're good at missions, but, like, equally, you're a traitor? Bestie, come on.
And then you mentioned to me that,
Enough talking.
Oh, you just cut him off halfway through? At least let him finish his sentence.
Vanda, I'm just stuck on you, babes. I'm so sorry.
Vanda, I've also voted for you.
Dan, I voted for you today.
I think it's better the devil I know. It's not to say you're not on notice.
Better the devil you know. Cheeky Kylie reference there. Better the devil you know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, I love that song. Interesting that he's trying to make this. I'd rather have someone that I know in the competition and I can keep my eye on than someone I don't know and therefore cannot trust. Interesting. I think Brooke is getting himself out of this a little bit. Tiny little bit. But it's currently 3-1 to Dan. No, in Dan's favour. So Vanda is the one that has the 3 votes. Interesting. I wonder how the rest of the votes will lie. I think Sam could vote for Dan. I think Julia will vote for Dan. I think Colin will vote for Dan. But I think Kings will vote for Vanda. And I also think Dan's going home, actually. Because I think Vanda will vote for Dan as well. And that's 6-5. Have I forgotten someone? Is there a name that I've forgotten?
I'm sorry, Dan. I love you a lot.
I put you down, Vanda, but I got a weird feeling I screwed up.
So there's a saying that goes where there is smoke, there is fire. So I voted for Dan.
Dan.
I'm really sorry. I voted for you.
I am actually really upset for him because he was playing a fantastic game. A fantastic game. And Robbie mucked it up for him. But equally, that's payback for bringing her on just as literal bait for the faithful. Literally throwing her to the wolves straight away. Ah, tough one, honestly. But Brooke being the last one standing, damn. He's going to have to recruit tonight because I don't think he's going to be able to make it through without at least somebody else backing him up. Do you know what I mean?
I guess a couple of things you don't know about me is that I'm a really experienced actor and I'm one of the best poker players in New Zealand and I'm a traitor.
Oh, is this guy not famous? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, sorry. My bad. I thought that he was like known to be a really good poker player and a really good actor. But apparently not. Apparently that was something that they kept behind closed doors. Is that not going to put Brooke really in the forefront? Because they could be like, Brooke, why didn't you tell us that he was a fucking good poker player and he's a great actor? Like, wait, what you doing? Are you the traitor, Brooke?
If I could leave,
It is really like.
I would just gap it out of here in a second. It's really hard.
Right, being the only traitor left. Nah, and there's still like 7 faithfuls left. Oh, leave it out. I can't be bothered.
So tonight, Brooke, you must blackmail another player to join you. If they choose not to accept your offer, the alternative is their murder.
Okay, this is the thing that I wanted to say earlier. Maybe not earlier, but a couple of episodes ago. So this is when they blackmail and they basically go, join us or die. That's what happens when you get down to the final traitor.
I do need some help.
Okay.
But I just have no idea who it's going to be.
Colin, great pick. Julia, better pick. Kings would deny it. But would he want to die? Ah, this is the tough one. When faced with the opportunity to join or die, I think most people would join, let's be honest. No one's taken themselves out of the game, do you know what I mean? I've been waiting for this. This Donnie's iconic. Look at his strut. And his oh, this guy's so iconic. I love him.
Welcome to my conclave, Colin Mathura Jeffrey.
The full name was not necessary, but I love it. I'm so happy that he chose Colin. I feel like it would have been a waste of time picking Kings, because I don't think anybody thinks it's Colin's. Whereas they can get Kings out tomorrow and they've survived another banishment. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, please. Of course I'm joining you.
Perfect.
I knew he wasn't going to kill himself. Do you know what I mean? Oh, brilliant. This is the iconic duo we didn't know that we needed.
I'm the traitor. Even Brooke doesn't know what's hit him.
No, because Colin's definitely going to rat him out. Oh, no. Oh, no, guys. Oh, this is it. This is it. It's all over. It's all done. Dunzo, finito. Served him up on a platter. Well, guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode, whenever that may be. But until then, keep on ranting, and I'll see you guys. Bye.